What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? How y'all doing? Hope you're having a great day. So, everyone has pretty much talked about the acquisition that Microsoft is trying to make, the Blizzard acquisition. Everyone has talked about it but me. And I have some theories. I have some crazy theories. So, we all know that if they end up getting a hold of, buying up Blizzard, we know that this could lead to lack of competition in the industry. We know that Sony is very adamantly against it, and their excuses don't make any sense to me because they're a big company. And I don't know if the FTC will ever see this video, but directed to the FTC, I just want you to know that the video game industry is a very different beast than most other industries. It's a very different beast. So this idea of, oh, it's going to deplete competition, no, because another studio could pop up in its place, and Sony themselves, they're worried about Call of Duty, but they have IPs. They have resources. They could make their own IP to compete with Call of Duty. They must not have very much faith in their own, anything of their own. They must not have much faith. So that none of that holds water to me. I mean, they could come up with a competitive game to Call of Duty on their platform. They could, but they just, I don't know, maybe if they started hiring the right people, I guess, I don't know, getting the right studio together. There are so many programmers out there looking for work, artists looking for work. You could just find people. You could establish a studio. All right. You could establish something. All right. So that doesn't hold water to me. And on the one hand, and Rich at Review Tech USA, he mentioned this, is having it all in one spot could be less of an annoyance than having all these different games on all these different streaming services, because streaming will probably be a thing one day, supposedly. Personally, I hope the fuck not, because I'll be done gaming at that point. I'll be done. I don't like streaming anything. I like some sort of semblance of ownership. Any kind of semblance. Like with Steam, I'm downloading the files. The files are on my computer. There's a semblance of ownership. Semblance, meaning it's similar to ownership. It's not ownership, but it's similar enough that I'm comfortable with it. Streaming something you don't own it. You don't own what you stream. You don't own it. Now, to be fair, it's been established by courts that no, you don't own that copy of that game. You just have a lease to play it, which is fucking retarded. Why don't you tell that to people who own movies? No, they don't own the right to the IP. They own the right to have that copy. All right. And as long as they have that copy, they can play it. So I don't want to hear that garbage either. I will be out. I'll be out of it. I probably will be just stuck playing older games when streaming becomes a thing. When streaming becomes the mainstream thing, mainstream streaming. When it becomes the main thing that everyone is doing, I will be out of the game. I will be out. I will be done. I will not be playing anything new anyways. I'll just be sitting back with I'll be sitting back with I will be sitting back with my little controller like this, just playing old emulated games for the rest of my days. That'll be it. To be fair, I don't play a lot of modern games to begin with. So, whatever. But here's the other part. This is another side that I don't think anybody's talked about. So, I don't know if I'm using the right words here. Traditionally, Microsoft has been a software company. That's what they primarily are, is a software company. So I have some theories. They're a bit wild, but bear with me. And I might be wrong. I might be right. I don't know. So here's my theory. My theory is that, yes, they want to be prepared for streaming, if streaming works out. If streaming doesn't end up being a thing they can do and be profitable, if the whole Xbox brand goes belly up, they have all these IPs, they are a software company. Moving forward, they would just have all these studios making games for them that they put on other consoles. I think that's one of their end goals, and it's just them buying these studios. Like I said, it's a wild prospect to think about, but it's a bit of a crazy sort of theory. But they're a software company mainly. They're not really even a hardware company. They license through other hardware companies to get the chips and everything they need and have them assembled and everything. Pretty much like Nintendo does. I think if I'm not mistaken, that's what Nintendo does. Nintendo has always done that. So here's what I think is going to happen, or here's what I think they're trying to do. If the Xbox brand ever goes belly up, then they have all these IPs, then they can put them on other consoles, then they'll be making profit that way. They'll be like, Microsoft Game Studios is the biggest publisher there is, and we publish on all these platforms, and that will be like their eggs all in a basket. Or actually, I think is it a good thing or a bad thing? No, it's a bad thing, but it'll be all their bases covered. So my theory is they want all these IPs that, I mean, like I said, it could be for the streaming. It could be just to have the exclusive deal to have them on their platform. Very possible. It could be. But another could be a likely thing is if Xbox never regains, because guess who's number 3 right now in console sales? Guess who's number 3? Who's number 3 right now? Microsoft. The Xbox brand is number 3. PlayStation is number 1. PlayStation 5 is number 1. Switch is number 2. And the Xbox brand is number 3. And I could be wrong about that, and I actually feel like I should look at it. Yes, I was correct. So, Sony's in the lead. Sony's in the lead. Nintendo's second place. Microsoft is a distant third. They're not doing very well in hardware compared to the competition, compared to the other companies. If this is a big if the console thing for Microsoft, if the Xbox brand goes belly up, doesn't make them a profit, they decide just cut it with the consoles, then they have all this software, as a backup for profits, and they can put these games on other consoles that come out. And that's still a profit that they can make because, again, they are primarily and traditionally a software company. They've been a software company for a long time. Let's not forget. Let's see. MS-DOS, Windows, what was it, 3 point something? I don't know. Windows has been around for a long time. Early Windows looked a lot like early, what was it, the early Macs? The point and click thing was very rudimentary, very basic. Of course, my favorite version of Windows is 98, I think. I think it's 98, yeah. Windows 98 is my favorite of the operating systems. And only from a GUI perspective. I know I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here. I can't stand Windows 11. I tried it, tested it out on a partition, and I hated it. I hate Windows 11. I can't stand it. I'm right now, I'm using Windows 10. I am gonna go kicking and screaming, and I will jump to Linux long before I ever jump to Windows 11. They would have to make some major changes to Windows 11 for me to want to go to it. I don't like the GUI. I don't like the setup. I don't like anything about it. I really wish Microsoft would just make a separate sort of classic power user version of Windows 11 for people like me who don't want this weird setup, who don't want to deal with this garbage. But that's neither here nor there. Bottom line, they are a software company. They've been a software company for a long time. I look at this as them expanding their software business. Now, I don't know if any of this is true. This is speculation on my part. It's a theory, a game theory. No, stupid. But it's just a thought, so I am interested to hear what other people's thoughts are on this. But that's what I think. I think it's a possibility. If they have all these IPs and all these studios up under their wings, Xbox goes belly up, and next thing you know, they're just, publishing games. They're developing their own games. They're just a great big publishing studio that works with other studios. They kind of already are, sort of. I mean, let's look at Minecraft. There's still Minecraft. There's Minecraft on my Switch. I still get updates to Minecraft. And there are other versions of other types of Minecraft games that are coming out that are, and I need to take a look at that real quick because I can't remember. There's Minecraft Dungeons. It's on the Switch. And then there's another Minecraft that's fixing to come out. I believe that will end up being on the Switch as well. I think it's in their best interest if the console sales go belly up, they have all this software that they can make a profit off of. And I feel like that could ultimately be their end goal if the Xbox brand goes belly up ever. I don't know if it ever will go belly up. I'm just, again, theories. So, I'm not done here. I wanted to say a few things off topic. Sorry I haven't uploaded. I wanted to stream more. I was sick at one point. This weather changing has got me feeling like absolute garbage. It is cold outside, and I was moving around sweating really bad. I mean, I have been just feeling like garbage. Because of the weather and because of people and their kids being home during this the holidays and whatnot, streaming has been abysmal for me. So I can't really stream right now. Eventually I will be able to stream again and it'll be decent. I tried streaming the other night. It was garbage. I apologize. So for the time being, it's going to be me uploading videos, talking about topics. But thank you everyone for watching. This has been The Goof, the ugliest YouTuber you will ever see. Have a great one.